Hey guys! Are you guys interested in buying yourself some artsy merch? If you go click the link in the description box now, you will be able to get some awesome discounts from 15% up to 50% off. They offer you free shipping as well. So, what are you waiting for? Link in the description.
What is the pettiest thing you've done? I'll go first. So my sister had her bachelorette trip in Folly Beach, Alabama, and only 2 of the bridesmaids showed. And out of those 2 girls, one of them was a sloppy drunk mess the whole weekend. She invited random boys back to our house, and just overall was not a good time. On the day we leave, we're in the car about an hour out, and she tells us that she left her laptop at the Airbnb inside the mattress. So I went back and forth with the Airbnb owner to try to find this girl's laptop. They kept looking under the bed and I kept telling them, no, it's in the mattress. Finally, after 6 hours, they found the laptop and they said that they were going to get it shipped to us. Mind you, we gave this girl the option to turn around and she said, nope, let's just have it shipped. And I put it on my card and she said that she was going to pay me back for the shipping. Well, the Airbnb owner got COVID, so there was a delay in getting it shipped out, and then a massive storm happened, so there was even more of a delay. Finally, after a week and a half, I managed to get the laptop shipped to the girl after talking to a UPS woman for about 2 hours, and the laptop owner, the girl, requested expedited shipping. Expedited shipping was like $80. But I said, you know what, okay, she said she's gonna pay me back, so let's do it. So the laptop was supposed to get delivered on a Friday, and the girl said never got delivered on the Friday. Checked back in with her on Saturday, and she said, nope, never got delivered. So I checked back in with the UPS on Monday, and they said we tried to deliver to her on both Friday and Saturday, but no one was home. So now there's just a big 2-week debacle about where this laptop is. Finally, we get it figured out, and we have it set up where she's going to pick it up at a UPS store. So I asked the girl for the $80, because I had nothing to do with losing the laptop. I was just trying to help her get it back. And she told me there is no way in hell she's going to pay me the $80. And I'm frustrated because I don't have that much disposable income. And all I did was try to help her get this laptop that she lost. So I reached back out to UPS and said, hey, she's not paying me the money for the shipping costs, so if you could send that back to Alabama, that would be great. And they did. So good luck getting your laptop, girl. Okay, hi besties. Did not expect for that to blow up, but you guys asked for part 2, so I will give you a little bit more information on Laptop Gate. First, to all my Alabamians, the UPS that I was dealing with was Foley Beach, not Folly, and we were staying at Gulf Shores, which is why I kind of mixed that up in the first TikTok. I guess it'd be good to start with a little bit of background info. So this is my sister. She's an absolute saint. She works in hospice care and she is a soon-to-be stepmom to a 12-year-old. And I received a lot of comments as to why I was so involved in getting this laptop back. As a maid of honor, it was kind of my job setting up the bachelorette trip. So the Airbnb person had my contact and my card was on file. On the car ride back, when I was talking back and forth with the Airbnb person to find this laptop, and when they found it, they just asked if they could just use the card on file to mail it back. And to reduce this girl's stress, I said, you know what, that's fine. Which I should have known better. And yeah, I guess that may have been a bit naive of me, but what can you do? There's too many evil people out in this world. So when it was all going down and she was telling me she wasn't gonna pay, and I quote, I'm not paying shit till my laptop is in my hands. Yeah, I was talking to my sister this whole time, and my sister was texting this girl asking, why are you trying to take advantage of my little sister? But after this girl said some really nasty things to my sister, I got protective. And I kind of wanted some revenge. So yeah, I had the laptop sent back to Alabama. And when I told the girl that I did that, she said, and I quote, do it. And so I did. And for all of you guys asking, yeah, she's out of the wedding. What is the pettiest thing you've done? I'll go.
Oh, thank you so much for asking. Let's get into it. Set the scene. Sophomore year of college, math class. We all have like those long tables and there's 3 to a table. I'm sitting in the middle. The girl in the middle in front of me, she starts to come into class. I'm typing on my laptop without like looking or thinking. She's just like blah, 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 blah. Swings her backpack off really dramatically. It hits my laptop because I'm behind her. Like shoots my laptop across the room. Just shoots it across the room. And I'm just like, because it was underneath my hands. She like walks over, like picks it up, puts it back on my desk, and is like, sorry. And like clockwork, the professor walks in and is like, notes up, we're taking a test, let's go. And I'm still just like, huh? There's a crack in the screen. It's completely shattered. Like, that and more of it. It wouldn't turn on. It was just dead now. So yeah, I made sure to finish my exam first so I could stop her from running away. Even though we were in the same class, I was like, you can't leave. I'm like, I'm gonna get you. But I was trying to be nice about it too. So when I first stopped her, I was like, hey, listen, I know it's an accident. I know we're both college students. I know we're probably both out of money. I did just pay for this myself, like it's brand new. I'm gonna call like Best Buy or some shiznit and see if I can get like anything done to it, how much it's gonna cost. Maybe we could work out payment plans. And she just stops me and she's like, it's not my fault. You don't have insurance on your laptop. That is engraved in my brain. This heifer said, it is not my fault. You don't have insurance on your laptop. And then left. Like that solved everything. So naturally I sued her. To small claims court, sue somebody, you need their address. I didn't know this. She apparently did already. Maybe she was been sued before because she sucks. But I tried to find her information online for months. This took months. I was determined to sue this girl, and she must have paid to wipe her information because I had to hire a private investigator to find her. And it worked, okay? So, after 8 months, I hired a private investigator. We show up to the court date, and I have my laptop that's broken on the charger, and she brought with her evidence of me calling her a biatch over text. And the judge laughed at her like, yeah, I would too. What about it? She brought daddy to make sure that she would win for some reason, and I got to sue her for the cost of the court date, the cost of my laptop, and the cost of the private investigator because it took me 8 months to find their address and I couldn't. So, there's that.
What is the pettiest thing you've done? I'll go first.
Now, I know a few of my mutuals on here know about this person, so no names, no clues, no nicknames, not in the comments. A number of years ago, I was asked by a friend I had at the time, we will call her Deacon Blues. Deacon Blues asked me to move in because they needed another roommate for their really nice apartment near Wrigley Field. The only issue was, even though we had been friends for a number of years in the same community, got along really well, she had a cat. And I had a cat. But they were kind of running out of time and they needed somebody's name on the lease, so I got in. Now an interesting thing started happening. Between my cat Angie and her cat Mariah, they never really got to be friends, but they could tolerate each other. But more often than I should have, I would come home and not be able to find Angie. And eventually I would hear a pathetic muffled howling from inside the front hall closet. Somehow, Angie had gotten closed up in there. Somebody had been locking her in there. Now this came to a head after at one point Angie got locked in the closet, and she picked out one of the coats in that closet that happened to belong to Deacon Blues, pulled it off the hanger, dragged it to the ground, and took a shit on it. Deacon Blues was not happy about this. She sent me a picture of the ruined coat and said, "How do you want to pay the dry cleaning bill? Do you want me to just add it to your bills or separate?" I said, "No, just tell me how much it is. I'll take care of it." My other roommates, who were already starting to not like Deacon Blues by this point, said, "No, you shouldn't pay that. Don't pay it. She deserves it." I was like, "No, it's only fair. I will pay it." And it took a couple weeks to do, which surprised me, but I ended up getting the exact amount of her dry cleaning bill in pennies. Unwrapping them all from the paper and emptying them into a big paper bag. I dropped a check for the utilities on top and a note on top of that saying, "Here's your utilities bill. Underneath you should find enough to pay for your dry cleaning. And maybe you should stop locking my cat in the closet and she'll stop shitting on your stuff." Angie never did get locked in the closet again.
What is the pettiest thing you've done? I'll go first.
So, when I was in high school, I dated this guy. I was totally infatuated with him. I thought he was the one. And he used to like give me things, and he let me borrow his longboard for the majority of our relationship. And while I was dating him, my family and I had adopted our first family dog. Well, during that time, I also learned that he had cheated on me. So I took my dog's poop in a bag and his longboard. I brought both to school. I rubbed my dog's poop on his longboard, the grit side, and I gave him the longboard before first period, so he had to walk around with his longboard with dog poop on it all day. And that is why you don't cheat.
What is the pettiest thing you've done? I'll go first.
Oh, I got a good one. In undergrad, I worked at a research facility where I did research on malaria. And I also worked there as a general helper. I did a lot of the dishwashing and things like that I got paid for as a job. And my boss was horrible to work with, to the point where I ended up hating going into work. Even though I liked the research, I was depressed when I'd work, and the lady would just remind me that I was useless and I wouldn't amount to anything. The thing is, after a while, that gets boring, gets tedious, and you don't want to put up with it. So I decided to get some sweet, sweet revenge. You see, she loved drinking Coke to the point where she would drink about a carton a week. So what I did was, one day after she left work, I went into the break room, got all of her cans of Coke, and then I poked a hole in the can where she wouldn't be able to see it. And then the next day I went into work and I watched her open every single can of Coke, only to find out that they were all flat. Yeah.
What is the pettiest thing you've done? I'll go first.
Please keep in context during the story that I'm gay, so this is genuinely just to be petty. Senior year in my digital photo class, there were these two girls and there were three of us, and we politely asked if we could sit where they were and trade seats with them because there were 3 seats there and 2 where we were, and they refused to, and then they would race us to class every single day to get these seats. One time they ran so hard that this girl actually flew out of her swivel chair and smacked her head on the table. Amazing. There's this guy in our class, and he has a girlfriend, but these same girls flirt with him all the time. They even try to sit on his lap, and he swivels out of the way. It's just gross. And he and his girlfriend are in my class earlier in the day. For his final digital photo project, he put all of his photos on this really cool spray-painted canvas, and I asked if I could have it because it looked really neat. I just didn't know if he was going to use it for anything. He was like, no, absolutely take it. Fast forward to our class later. These girls are like, oh my god, can I have that? You're so talented. And he was like, actually, no, Katie's gonna have it. The disgust on these girls' face when they realized that he would give me more attention than them was, love it. Absolutely love it. They even were like, her? Really? Yeah, me. Thanks. So I turned to the teacher and I was like, do you mind if I go walk this to my locker? It's just so big. I don't want to carry it around all day. I didn't even know where my fucking locker was. I had never used it once in that high school. I just thought it'd be fun. Honestly. Plus I got to walk around. God, those girls hated me, but it just felt so good. So tremendous. There's a bit of that day in every moment I had at that high school, because if I didn't exist to amuse myself, oh my god, I would not have made it this far.